Okay, guys, what's going on? Give me a minute. Let me get set up. Whew, what is up, guys? Well, we don't have any water. The county's doing maintenance on the water supply. So that's kind of a bummer. I probably should be checking my mail today. I'm supposed to have all kinds of mail coming in for this, for that, all kinds of stuff. I'm actually supposed to be getting my my telescope this week. So just ignore the heading. Let me change that heading because it's not accurate. There we go. It should change up, guys. So what I was saying was, as far as the bird watching is concerned, I'm doing it right now. Only there's nothing flying around in the air. I only hear maybe a couple of birds chirping. It's not an overly hot day or anything. It's a warm day. We have like no clouds in the sky. Just a little bitty, tiny little spots of clouds. And at best. So, but with regards to my telescope, I'm supposed to be getting my telescope this week. I'm hoping a laptop from my buddy up in Canada gets here this week. That will be a double cool, right? And I'm going to send him a 30-foot banner, red, white, and blue, and I'm going to send him a Donald Trump flag. He's going to love it because it's still brand new. Like, I mean, it's never been outside or anything. My other flag has been outside. You could tell by the difference of the color. The flag that sits behind me on my right on my wall is a little more faded. The one I'm going to send him is still dark blue. It's really nice. And this is the first time I ever hung it up, actually. And so he gets that. And that'll be really cool, I think. But with regards to my telescope, I get that this week, and I couldn't be happier. That's going to elevate my bird watching almost to a professional level, really. And you can't beat that. So I'm just hanging out, hoping to see either the jaguar arundi or the Asian black eagle. Now, if I see any other kind of cool exotic birds, that's going to be a big thumbs up also. I don't have too much wind today, which is a blessing. And so that's about all I got going on for the most part, guys, this week. I got to keep a lookout in the mail. Always got mail to return, got mail to send there. That there's always something to do in life. It's just a part of everyday existence, right? But as far as today, I was going to make my banana coffee today and do a video and upload it, but that might be for another day, like tomorrow or the next day, because the county's doing some kind of work on the water system out here in the city. And even though we're not right in the city, we're kind of in the city. And so, well, I mean, this is what it is. We're going to have to wait till they fix the water, whatever they were doing with it. Probably putting in new style popping or something, who knows. And, but that'll be real good when, we get the water turned back on. So we're toughing it out here right now. I'm just, either that's two birds, either that's two cats, or it's the cat bird making that noise. We do have the cat bird here. I found out very recently. I've never seen one, but I've heard it, and it sounds just like that. And I don't see any cats in my immediate view range. It'd be pretty cool if one of them was the Jaguar Arundi. But I'm not seeing anything, right? It could be around the house, right over there. There's no telling. Unless it comes around back here, I'm probably not going to see it. The catbird sounds just like a bird. A cat. It's really amazing. It makes that exact sound right there. And since I've been hearing that the catbird this week, I would say that the odds are that that's a pair of catbirds that were just heard and not cats. They make a very convincing cat sound, and I don't know why. But I never researched the bird. I don't know what they're about, but it is very peculiar because they sound just like a cat. And, big meow. It's pretty cool. I never even heard of a cat bird. Have you ever heard of a cat bird? I never heard of a cat bird, but they do sound just like a cat. And that is why apparently they're called the cat bird. So probably one of the few times you're going to see a wild animal properly named. Catbird. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it sounded like the catbird, and it sounded like two of them this time and not just one of them. And so we got a couple of catbirds flying around here this week. Whoever would have figured. I still don't know what they look like. I never even looked them up. I kind of looked them up, and I did the reading on, well, this is called the catbird. This is what they sound like. And I hit the video, and I listened to them, and I said, I'll be damned. That's what we got here. So that's about it. I don't even know what they look like. They're not a very big bird, apparently. They just got a big, loud meow. Meow, meow, meow. Like that kind of sound. So I'm going to be feeding that Jaguar Arundi today again. And I got some fish. I'm probably going to maybe barbecue hamburgers today or tomorrow. Kind of need to barbecue them up. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I got some what you call cowboy burgers. And I got some burgers with the cheese all up inside of it like that. Like, oh, yeah, baby. Big patty steak ready to go. And so I'll be down a little ways down there by the shed collecting up some wood, or out back here somewhere. We got enough wood out here to last forever. So I'll be back there collecting up some wood to start a good fire within in a pit. I'm gonna bring that pit right up here. That way I can sit right over here next to the pit and barbecue some burgers up tonight. And if it's dark out when I go to do it, well, we got porch lights right there, right? So have it made. Got some boneless chicken wings, and of course got them smothered in the bag with the hot sauce and all of that. So that ought to be very tasty. I was thinking about adding in a little bit more Tabasco sauce, but I don't know. So I'm gonna be barbecuing boneless chicken wings and hamburger meat tonight, and so I'll be down here with the hamburger buns, ready to pig out, baby. So but we do got the catbird flying around here. I guess I'd like to see one. Not a cowbird, the cat bird. You heard that right. And I briefly saw one the other day, but I mean, they're not a very big bird. They're just an ordinary looking bird. It's just that sound that they make. Wow, I really thought it was a cat at first time I heard one. It's very impressive. Well, we got all kinds of birds out here, guys. Yeah, if you love birds, this is definitely one of the top places to live for you. Yeah, it's one of those things. I just got to keep my eyes out for the mail this week and see if I get what I get. I know that the telescope's already been shipped. I believe it's already at the airport. So I don't know if I'm going to get today or tomorrow, but I will be keeping an eye out. And with regards to some of the new fighter planes that are coming out and being invented, and these new style battleships we're seeing being built and whatnot, I think that's pretty cool. But as always, our Democratic Party already done went and got us in this damn Ukrainian war. Nobody in America cares about supporting the Ukrainian people. I mean, it's another country. They're more communist than Russia. It's a country that's 80% controlled by the oligarchies, the old Russian communist people. And we have nothing in common with those people. We're a capitalist nation, and they want to be a capitalist nation, but they want total control over their people. So it's basically, it's not really a communist nation as labeled, but the Democrats there and the crooked people have such a hold on that country there that it was never going to be anything special. Unless the people rose up and started just outright killing those communists, it was guaranteed to be a communist country without the label. And so as far as the country, the government's concerned, and the leaders over there, I guarantee you, I don't know of a single person that supports the United States defending that country. So, you know, we're at a standstill with our military. The only reason anything might get any better would be because of some bill that Donald Trump signed. And you know what's funny is, if you ever notice the trend through history here in the United States, The Republicans come in and they build up our military really good, and okay, we're good there, right? Then the Democrats come in and they pretty much cut all the spending in that direction. And then they, if anything, they try to get us into a war. We're depleting our military. And then they drive up the inflation rate quite a bit over nonsense, just giving money away to other countries for no reason. And then, like if they got a free open book to spend your tax dollar because you voted them into office, or because you didn't vote and they got voted into office. And then the Republicans come back and they go, God dang, look at the military, it's pathetic. So they rebuild the military, and then the Democrats start pointing fingers and say, oh, look, they're raising the national debt. Oh my God. Well, yeah, because you guys done came in here and blew money in the wrong direction and let our military go to crap. Donald Trump should have been reelected. Them guys really got away with that cheat. I'm also, on the other hand, surprised that the states allowed that, stood for that, and did not retaliate by getting Biden and his people out of office one way or the other. Because the states can do it. They can secede from a nation or America itself. The governors can do an emergency governors meeting and have the president removed. There's a lot of things that the states can do. So I'm kind of disappointed there hadn't been more done with regards to the crooked president that we have, Joe Biden. He's more crooked, or as crooked, as the leader of Canada, or as the leaders of California. And California, as we know, is the most communist territory on the planet. They have more laws against the people. They have more hard taxes against the people. In fact, they have unconstitutional taxes against the people. It's incredible what they get away with out there in California. And the people just drive around like they're dumb and stupid and don't do nothing about it. If you ask me, that's the most uneducated state in America. California's become the most uneducated state in America. How else could it be the most communist territory in the world? Even though it's labeled as part of America and capitalist and all of that, they still got more laws against the people and higher taxes than any communist country in the nation. So you can't tell me they're not the most communist territory in the world. So, but that's America in and of itself. There's a lot of bad going on right now with the Democrats in charge, because the idiots and morons just keep voting Democrat. They come up with all these shenanigan reasons which make no sense, and then they go vote that way. And then when they cheat, these people just look around and allow it because they think they're getting away with something. Wow, really? All you did was fuck yourself. You thought of that? So you just keep on fucking yourself. See what happens, big boy and girl. So that's the way I look at that. I mean, people want to run this country into dirt, then that's what's going to happen. You won't get it back. That's a fact. And as long as the Democrats are in charge, America's getting ran into the dirt. Not just dirt, but a 1 mile wide by 10 miles deep hole full of manure. So, yeah, I still don't see any birds just flying around out here yet. I overslept through the morning, so I wasn't up first thing in the morning like I want to be, so I could get a better chance of getting the Asian Black Eagle in a video or something like that. So, but yeah, with regards to our military, they are working on some pretty cool new stuff. That new fighter, the design, if you ask me, I don't know if it's the best. It's got the little canard wings up front. Those were thought to be about the best type of wings to put on a fighter for a long time. But yeah, here we have the F-16 with traditional wings that can keep up with any plane and is labeled probably the best fighter in the world, at least in a dogfight. And especially with its stealth capabilities. Oh my God, you don't need long-range missiles with that. capability. And it's just pretty impressive with the technology that you see that's out there today. And then Russia comes along with its version of a delta wing, if you want to call it that. It's basically a single wing package with the smaller canard type of wings or stabilizers in the back. Only they're not vertical; they're more straight out. So you call them rear canards, or I don't know what you call them, but they got the little wings in the back like a traditional plane, only it's directly behind the Delta style wing, and that's the Su-57 style. That's also a highly maneuverable style and very stable style as far as that type of plane is concerned. It's not near as stealthy as our planes, apparently, because our planes are picking it up on radar and shooting it out of the sky. So I'm not sold on that design being all of that. I think it's a good design. If it wasn't, Russia wouldn't put it into their plane. But the Delta design, like your Mirage fighters and whatnot, seems to be holding out pretty good. The big advantage of the Delta wing is you can carry a lot more fuel, and you can put a lot more weapons on the wings. Obviously, you got more wing space to do that. And with the integrated design, the wings being a part of the center fuselage area of the plane itself or the body of the plane is allowing for planes to pull more G's. There's a lot less to worry about as far as the stress on the wings are concerned. I mean, there's always going to be that concern, but you just don't have that where it's attached issue going on that you have to worry about that. Thought I might have seen something out yonder over there. Well, if it's that Jaguar Rundy, I want to see it. So anyway, irregardless of what wing style you go with, it depends on what you're going to do with the plane, I think. Your traditional wings like the F-16 has seems to be, to me, the best in the world when it comes to dogfighting. Your F-22 is somewhat designed like that, with that style of wing in mind. Only it's a lot more stealthier design. But this new plane coming out, it's got the Delta wing with the canards up front. But the canards fold in and then they fold out. So that tells me that they're using the canards up front for stabilization of the plane at lower speeds only, but not at high speed. You might see them partially out for maneuverability purposes, even. That's a possibility. But you're just not going to need those wings up front, those canards, in order to get better performance out of the plane. You just don't need it. The engines are divided a little bit further apart. They're on both sides of the canards all the way back, straight back, instead of the air intakes coming into two engines squashed together behind the fuselage. So now what you got is you still got your fuselage, but your engines don't need to be hidden behind the fuselage to give you more aerodynamics. Because by nature, you're going to get that anyway. You're still going to have your air intake up front anyway, whether it's on the bottom, the sides, or even the top. And there have been planes that have had their intakes on the top. So your engines are just going to suck that air in and shoot it straight out. Then you got your center fuselage. Well, without the engines being there, now you got more of a payload area for more bombs or bigger bombs. And that's something to think about when you're talking about this new fighter jet, because it's one slick design, baby. And with also the advantage with the engines being out further, it gives it a lot more stabilization as far as it's not going to be drifting to the left or to the right, because you could just fire up one engine a little more than the other, and instead of it, flying this way and then the wind pushing it and drifting it that way, it's just going to stay flying straight. So just by sheer design, you got a lot better stabilization than you would say an F-22, an F-16 with a single engine, or any single engine plane for that matter. That would be designed like this. You'd really be hard pressed to do that, but you could. So it's a really good design overall. I really like it. It's going to be, in my opinion, probably impossible to pick up on a radar. And if they add in that invisibility factor to the plane, where you flip the switch and the plane goes invisible, they're not going to be able to track it with the satellite at all. That's something to think about. Yeah, would love to see that eagle pop out of nowhere. But we got a clear day today. Just not a lot of avian activity going on. That's just the way it is, guys. It's been really slow this month. Not uneventful and not unexciting. Just not a sky not covered with a bunch of birds. That's all. And it's because of the type of eagles that we have here right now. With this black Asian eagle here, that apparently is a pretty tough bird. And definitely with your golden eagles flying around here right now, I've seen a junior and I've seen an adult back here. Well, that's going to keep most of your hawks scared off of a given area. That's just the way it is. All right. Well, look, that's what I'm seeing today. It's the beautiful, clear sky. So if the birds start flying a little bit later on, I'll be live streaming. Until later on, though, I'll catch you around, guys. Y'all be cool. Let's be hopeful for the best for all people. And spread the love and not the hate. Peace out.